So I wanted to do another quick little video while I have time and talk about drugs. Yes, drugs. Okay, so that's just what I'm calling it. Okay, so my last video that I did on this subject was about the endometriosis and the PCOS and everything that I'm finding out and just kind of just talking about it a little bit. So this one I'm going to talk about the medicine that the doctor prescribed me. And the first thing that I want to say, I think a lot of people may think that I'm like downing the drug or saying like that it's not good for you to take the drug or I'm not going to take it or it's just so bad and blah blah. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying I'm not going to take it. I'm not saying anything at all bad about Femra or Provera. The drug and the medicine, however you want to put it, it may be for some people and it may work out great for them, but it may not for others. I have read reviews where people are like, it is great, it is amazing. I've read reviews where people have been like, you know, don't take it, it's horrible, it just made me feel even worse. So as for me, I am not exactly to the same place that I think a lot of people are. I think we all go through like little stages when it comes to these topics, especially like infertility and, you know, having to take medicine and stuff, where I think everybody goes through different stages. And I think myself, I think I'm personally at the stage where I believe that I can still do all of this on my own. Meaning, once before I had Brody, my third son, which is now 6, I was told that I would never be able to have any more children unless I let this specialist go in and clean out some of the endometriosis, you know, in my tubes and take this medicine that they were going to give to cancer patients. I don't believe it was Femra, but it might have been. I cannot remember because, like I said, this was, you know, 6+ years ago. So, and I left there, of course, like heartbroken and stuff, and I was like, okay, well, this is all I'm going to have. I'm just meant to have, you know, 2 children. This is it. Well, 3 months later, I ended up getting pregnant with my third son. So, at that point in my life, I was kind of like, haha, doctor, look, I did it, and I didn't have to take your medicine. I didn't have to do surgery. I didn't have to do all this stuff that you were, you know, trying to say that I was going to have to do. All these hoops I was going to have to jump through to have this child. And not only did I do it with Brody, but I also did it with my 4th son, Riley. So, twice I have, you know, I have beaten it. And so, right now I'm kind of at the point, I'm at the stage where I'm like, I can do it again. You know, if I can get my body to cooperate naturally and do what it's supposed to naturally, then I can do it again. You know, I don't have to take this medicine and I can do it again. That's where I am. But in the end, I may have to take the Femra and the Provera because I don't know, like, next month, my body may not have a cycle and it may not ovulate. So I might still have to take those medicines. So I don't know. I'm not saying anything bad about it. You know, if you have used it and it has worked, you know, wonders for you, then great. I'm so happy that you were able to get, you know, your child or children, because I know one woman said that she had twin boys out of it. I mean, I'm so happy that it did work for you. Right now, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to jump the gun and take the medicine and create a bigger problem. And I also am kind of leery about the Femra because I conceive twins naturally. I'm not looking to conceive more than 1 child. If for some reason I do naturally or not, you know, naturally, if I have to use the medicine and it happens, for some reason, if I do conceive multiples again, then obviously it was meant to be. That's the cards God has dealt me. So, he obviously chose it for a reason, and I have to choose that he's going to help me with patience and, you know, everything that kind of goes along with it. Same with the twins, you know, when I conceived them, I had already had multiple miscarriages, and so when I conceived them, of course, one part of me was scared to death. I was like, oh no, this is going to end just like all of the other ones. Like, don't get excited, you know, just don't even think about it, you know. And then the other part was like, thank you. You know, I've lost so many. He's given me 2 at one time. I was ecstatic. And then, of course, hearing the news, like, you know, you can't have any more. Then I was like, that's why he gave me 2. So, I mean, I've beaten the odds twice, you know. Like I said, I don't know which route we're going to go, but I don't want to increase my chance of having multiples if I don't have to. Just mainly, for one, I don't know if my body could handle multiples again. Just everything that the doctor and I, you know, have discussed, and just stuff that's happened previous, you know, like with the heart issues and all that stuff. I don't know if my body could handle multiples, you know, so I don't want to, I mean, I know it sounds kind of mean and selfish, but I don't want to hurt myself trying to have another child or, you know, more children. I don't want to hurt those children, you know, like if I'm not up to snuff, so to speak, if I'm not up to code, you know, having, you know, more children or having a child, you know, having twins is stressful enough. When I was pregnant with the twins, I did have to go to the hospital a lot. I was in there and in and out, like it seemed like every other week. My body just, it had some problems adjusting to having twins. They weren't very big, but, you know, I wasn't very big at the time. When I got pregnant with my twins, I was 100 pounds. You know, my body had just some issues adjusting, and just things didn't go smoothly, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. You know, there's people out there that have, like, horrible pregnancies, you know. So I don't want to do that on purpose, is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to do anything or hurt myself or the babies on purpose, because I just don't know if my body would act right to care for 2 of them or more, you know. I spoke to a woman at our church, and she said that her grandmother, she had had twins, and then she had had a couple more kids. I forgot how many, but anyways, then she had triplets, and I was just like, oh my. I mean, like, I don't know about this. So, you know, my husband and I, we've kind of just talked about it, and like we said, we've just left it in God's hands. I know a lot of people are like, why are you leaving everything up to God? Well, that's what we choose to do. I mean, you may not go that route. You may not believe everything. And it kind of sounded funny because one of my friends said, you know, God, you know, sent you your period. Well, I mean, I did pray and pray because I was like, I don't want to take this medicine, you know, and it did happen. And I do believe He answers prayers, you know. Like I said, if it's multiples again, I really believe that He is going to give me the tools to not only care for them during the pregnancy, but outside. So, you know, I'm not saying anything bad about the medicine or anything. I just, right now, I don't know if I want to take it. I have it put away in my cabinet, because like I said, I don't know what's going to happen next month or the month after this. It may go back to normal, and then it may be like, well, shoot, here I am again. I best go take that stuff. You know, I do believe and trust in my doctor enough to know that he's not going to give me something that would hurt me. But he did tell me, he said, you know, everything that, you know, we've talked about and you've, you know, described, you know, this medicine might worsen the symptoms of that. And I kind of look at everything and I was like, well, I already have all this going on. It's like, I just don't know if I could put myself in that place, you know, mentally or physically. You know, it's something that you really do have to think about. And, you know, we discuss pretty much on a daily basis, which I know that sounds kind of crazy, but my husband and I, we discuss this on a daily basis, you know. We want to get some things taken care of and out of the way, so when and if the time does come to get pregnant, I don't have so much on my shoulders. Because right now I have so much on my shoulders, and I'm still taking on so much. And that's, I don't know, I guess that's just the personality that I have. But when I am pregnant, I try to take it as easy as possible because of the fear of losing, you know, that pregnancy. So, I don't know, there's just a couple of things that we want to get out of the way, but we want to be prepared as we can be. We have kind of laughed it off and been like, well, wouldn't it be neat if we did have twin girls? Or a boy and a girl. On one hand, it would be awesome, and on the other hand, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, have you guys ever watched John and Kate +8? You know, I watched them when they first started out, and they were very interesting to watch. And I was kind of sad when they split, because, you know, all those children and stuff being hurt, but we don't know. We don't know what was going on behind closed doors. But, you know, I remember her saying that, you know, they had the twin girls and they wanted just one more, and then look what happened. And so it kind of makes me scared that way, because it's like, we want just one more, and it seems like when you want just one more, then, you know. And then I also seen this thing on Facebook. I read all these articles. This woman, she went to adopt, I believe it was triplets, or she was adopting triplets, and she wasn't feeling real good, went to the hospital, she was pregnant with twins. So I'm kind of like just taking a step back, and I'm not jumping the gun. I feel like with almost all of my pregnancies, I jumped the gun. With the twins, I didn't know I was going to get pregnant that soon after getting married. Like, I got married November 4th, and like by Thanksgiving, we were pregnant, and didn't know it. So, with Brody, I didn't think I was going to get pregnant, and I kind of just let everything take its course. And I didn't even know I was pregnant with him for like 2 months, because my body was acting just so crazy, and just, it wasn't consistent and all of that. So we were kind of just being careless, and it happened, but I don't know, I kind of jumped the gun with that too, because it was like 3 months later. I mean, he was obviously meant to be, all of my children were meant to be. Riley, I was trying to conceive a girl. I was, you know, taking OPKs and all of that, and somehow that kind of got mixed up, because I was trying for a girl, and I was trying to do it before I ovulated, and it kind of got all mixed up there. But I would not trade any of them for anything or anyone, but I kind of jumped the gun with him too. I kind of feel like I wasn't patient, and I didn't wait things out, and I think that kind of just made me a little bit more nervous and just on edge when I was pregnant. So this time around, I'm trying to just take things slow, plan things out, you know, try to get healthy. That was one thing that I was hoping for before I even started having like the issues with, you know, like my cycles missing and all that stuff. I did want to start eating better. I wanted to start being more active, because I was working on, and I still am trying to get my body set for hopefully another pregnancy. I want, and I hope, if it does happen, to continue that. I thought that maybe if I got my body right, that maybe, hopefully, when I tried to do the girl diet, which I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not trying for a girl. I'm not even going to pretend like, you know, we don't care, because I mean, that's not the case. If it is a boy, we'll love it just the same. But I have said after 5, if it's a boy, I'm stopping. I can't keep going. It's not good for me. It's not good for anybody. Okay, so I'm not even going to pretend like we're not trying for that girl, because I've said it so many times. But we've said that we would like to do the girl diet. The timing of the conception, positions, everything. We bought a book on it. So we are trying that approach. I have no idea if it'll work or not. It's purely in God's hands. He will give me what he thinks that that I should have. He obviously thought I should have 4 beautiful boys, and they are healthy, they are smart, they are loving, they are sweet, they are kind, they are my whole entire world. I would not trade any of them for anything. You know, I've actually had some people ask me that before, and it was like, no, why would you trade your kid? Like, who does that? I mean, like, seriously, like, who does that? So, I mean, I'm not even going to pretend like that's not what we're trying for, you know, like a certain sex. So we are, but that's what I thought, you know, if I could get everything kind of sorted out like that, when I do the girl diet, because it is a lot of fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, that it wouldn't be like such a shock in my body, like, you know, because I love my coffee, I do love my soda pops, I love, you know, I do love sweets, but I'm not as big of a sweet tooth as my husband. My husband, dessert every single night, 2 or 3 times. I mean, just like, but anyways, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over that with the medicine and kind of set that straight, and just these videos seem to be working out really well. I've got lots of feedback on them, and that's great, and lots of personal stories, and I really do. I appreciate you guys sharing your personal stories with me, you know, whether they're the good ones or the bad ones. I really do appreciate that. That helps me out so much in this decision. I really do hope everything works out and you guys are able to follow the journey with us. I don't know if it's going to happen with us actually having a baby next year, or it could be years from now, but I know that it is something that we do want. So I guess we'll just kind of keep trying and keep going from there. But yeah, but keep your stories coming. I like to read those and answer those back. Like I said, on the medicine, I'll say it again. I'm not sure. We may take it. We may not. Right now, like I said, I'm just in the stage, kind of repeating everything, recap, of believing that I can do it myself. So if you guys have ever been in that stage, like, or if you were in that stage before you took the medicine, or you still are, leave me some comments below. Let me know that I'm not alone, because I think people handle it differently. I think there's people that they've dealt with it so long trying to do it naturally that they're just like, yes, yes, give me the medicine, give it to me. And then I think there's people that's like, I'm going to do this myself. No medicine needed. I'm going to do it. And then there's people that are kind of in the middle where they're like, okay, I'm going to do it myself, but if it doesn't happen, then I'm going to take this and still have that great outcome. That's where I am. I'm right there. I'm in the middle. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and leave me your comments below and all your support. I'll support you guys right back. Prayers for you guys as well. I know you guys are praying for me and my family. Thank you guys so much for that. And I'm going to go ahead and go, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.